Good afternoon, this is Grigorios, a sewing machine technician speaking to you. Yesterday a client called me and asked me to explain what the difference is between these machines, since all the machines are computerized. The price is different and the color is different too. So which one should you buy? So although I think there was already a video filmed about this, today we'll either repeat it because I'm too lazy to look for what was filmed there, but we'll start from scratch. There are questions. We are answering this question. H-series machines, 3 machines. Each one, they all come with that table. Every machine has a table. So the standard set looks like this, with this kind of table. The arm pulls out, but additionally, every machine, no matter what color, how many operations it performs, green, pie, pink. One client said, I would buy this machine, but it's pink. So then we decided to order both green and blue ones as well. So no matter which machine, each one also comes with an extra table, which you will receive as a gift. So now about those machines. Let's start with the basic machines, the H40 and H10. This is the H40. I'll take it off the table. And here we have 2 machines, the green H10 and the H20, which is pink. Yes. What's the difference? The machines are exactly the same. The shuttle system, the mechanics themselves, everything is the same. It's just that this one performs 40 operations. Here they all are on the panel, yes. But this one does twice as many. This one does 80 operations. So you can see those operations right here on this chart. What's the difference? Well, 40 and 32. For example, here there are 40 operations. But with those simple, non-computerized machines, it's about the same. Well, they can do up to 32 operations. I haven't seen more than that, but a simple mechanical machine does about 32 operations. But they basically repeat themselves. With a non-computerized machine, you'll get a lot of similar patterns like that. It's just like this or a little bit different. But here, after all, they're beautiful. They really are quite decorative. Things like little shimmering stars, hearts, and various other shapes like that. So, the primary difference between these two specific models, as we have mentioned once again before, is 40 operations versus 80 operations. Now about the controls. Yes, the controls are different because 40 operations we can simply place on the front panel. They are all drawn at once. You can clearly see them right here on the screen. And there are several interactive navigation buttons with, let's say, specific sets of geographic coordinates for you to use. This button controls this row. You see the operations change. This row, this button. This one means now, yes, this one, and now the last one. You understand, right? And so on and so forth. And again, the last row is controlled. So now green and green, that will be this one, and so on up to the hearts. The last one, yes, the 40th, those little hearts. That's it, simply. By default, it decides on its own what stitch density and stitch width we should use to perform this operation. It performs this operation, but if necessary, for example, if you choose a simple zigzag and you don't like the density or the width, you can always adjust both the density and the width. So here you can additionally adjust the speed limit. There is a start-stop button that works regardless of whether the pedal is engaged or not. It sews in reverse. At the end of the operation, probably what's drawn here, yes, the end of the operation and needle positioning. When stopping, the needle remains either at the top or at the bottom. Electromechanical machines don't have these operations. The end of operations, that needle positioning or speed limitation, of course. So that's the advantage between computerized and electromechanical machines. This means the stitches here are nicer, there are more of them, and there are those additional control functions for speed and needle positioning. All right? Everything is clear with that. The H20, as I mentioned, has twice as many operations, 80 operations. So how do you select them? Here, it's a bit different. Now we'll plug in the cord and I'll try to show you how to operate it. There's nothing complicated about it. Here's the chart. You select some operation. For example, you choose a certain operation, right? You need, well, I don't know which one. Let's say the 53rd. The 53rd operation is a very nice one. So since this green light is on for us now, the green dot, we can select Yes, the tens. That's 50, right? And here we select the units one by one. The third. The 53rd operation. And that's it. It's selected. It's actually very simple. We start over again. So we go back, go all the way through, up to 80, and again. Here it's 11, 21, 22. Here by tens, here by ones, and that's it. All the way to the end. If you happen to have missed it and, well, let's see. Now you find that you actually need 79, but you accidentally call out 8. Well, then you will unfortunately have to go all the way back to 7 once again. Shay. So, by utilizing this specific button model, we can easily select the settings again. Here in this menu, we also had the speed control, that particular zigzag width, and the overall stitch density as well. Here and here we have to select again with those same buttons. We just need to press the mode button so that it appears, or we adjust the zigzag more or less like this towards the minus. Oh, by the way, we can also press towards the minus. Yes, wait. So those operations would return to those operations. Yes, 71st. And if I want to decrease, -1, minus... Oh, we can decrease as well. Sorry. Here it's good, plus and minus. You don't need to keep pressing. You can both subtract and add by 10 or subtract and add by one number. Well, in short, I got stressed out. I think I stressed you out too, but it doesn't matter. Well, it is what it is. That's the kind of master I am. What can you do? Now we can adjust. Since the green light is on, we can adjust the stitch density. This is the length, sorry, of the stitches. And here is the stitch width. See? Less up to 7. It doesn't go above 7. Or now, see, this one is lit up, meaning the dot. So now we can adjust the stitch density. If it's too dense there, it simply won't let you select the operation. And that's it. And there are a few quick selections. But still, the main operations will be this one, that one, and the other one. Yeah. So, of course, you can just press on that keyboard. So, buttonholes, overlock imitation, zigzag, and straight stitch, the most essential operations, are here. And everything else is the same. There are additional speed limits, needle positioning, and operation end functions. What does that mean? If you're embroidering some kind of little flower, yes, in this operation you press this button and it will complete the operation to the end and stop, since it's like a pattern that's being created there. Or it could be a star or a heart and so on. So that's the difference between these machines. Let me explain once again. Once again, simply 40 operations, 80 operations. One type of control, another type of control. Period. There are no other differences. There are additional tables on both. Now we will move on to the H40. So, in what specific ways and technical aspects does the H40 distinguish itself and fundamentally diverge from all of these other high-performance industrial machines currently available on the market today? Here is the H40. This is already a different kind of machine. Why is it different? Because it has memory. Memory. Yes, that's right. Everything else is the same. Everything here is the same. Positioning, end of operation, and so on. This machine has memory. What can you do? And not only does it have memory, but here it's not 40, not 80, but 100 operations. And there's also an alphabet. That means you can write names, surnames, greetings with letters. Of course, in a small font, up to 7 millimeters. The size of those letters will be up to 7 millimeters, but such a possibility exists. And for example, I'll sew with it now and show you what a fundamental difference there is between these machines. This means you can combine those operations. For example, I'll show it on that machine. Here, closer. Starting from this point right here. With these two specific models, the H20 and the green H10, you could easily choose to perform this kind of operation. It sews this operation until you stop the machine, and with the H40, the blue one, yes, you can do it like this. Select this one first, this one second, and the third one, maybe some other one like this one. And from those 3, or 2, or even 10, you can simply combine them to create new patterns. Since there will be this worm and that little heart, and also that star, visually it will look to you as if you have some additional operation. So you can create 1,000 of these images, or even more, even 10,000 different ones. Moreover, there are letters, fonts, yes, and there are fonts too. So now I will show you. I'm threading the needle and we'll try to sew. What do we have here? We're winding the bobbin. There, we'll wind the bobbin with thread. You take the machine, yes, you need to insert the bobbin, turn it on and wind the bobbin underneath. I'll wind it completely because later people will come to explain things again, so let it already be wound. Alright, it's wound, we disconnect it. Now the machine will work. We put the thread in place. There, you just come home and turn on the machine. That's it, the machine sews straight. Don't be afraid, everything is fine. There's nothing complicated here. And now we thread the needle. 1, 2. Here's an indicator like this, yes. You don't even need to pull it up. You just follow those indicators, close the cover. Through that cover you can see how much thread is left. You can always see it, so you know whether it's worth stopping, if you can keep sewing, or if you need to wind more. Down, up, over that hook. Definitely over that hook. And which hook? You can't see anything? Oh dear, oh dear. Wait, let's start over. We're threading the needle. And, sorry. Down, up, over the hook, this one here, definitely. If you can't see that hook, pull it up, turn the machine by hand. There, and now straight into the needle. Now each of the 3 machines I mentioned has an automatic threader. You insert this kind of hook into the machine, hook it, pull, and the thread is threaded. Let's start sewing. As we mentioned, you don't even need to pull it up. Just take the fabric and try sewing. You can hold this thread, lower the needle into the fabric, lower the presser foot, and while holding this thread, you can start sewing. So, about that memory. Look, we're moving forward. Operation selection. Well, first of all, operation selection is simply done with this button here. See? You see. There are 3 functions. Direct, patterns, and alphabet. Yes. If it's letters, then it's alphabet. If it's decorative patterns, then it's patterns, and if it's simple, then just direct. So, if the operation is between 2 numbers, you press patterns and select. Here, the 25th. There you go. The 25th operation should now work. We can see here what it looks like, how it appears. Ah, this is a loop with rubber. Alright, let's choose a different one. Not a loop. A different operation. One that's unclear. The 26th. Yes, the 26th. So this should be a kind of valley. Some sort of triangle. There, and that operation is sewing. Now we'll try to combine. For example, we go to memory and decorative patterns right to memory. Yes. I want to select, for example, I want to select the 26th. 26. Nothing else needs to be done. You just keep pressing, and it will program the next operation for you. The 26th, the 30th. The 30th? The 30th, and for example, let's say which one to take here, the 32nd. The 32nd. That's it. You don't need to do anything else. You just press, and now it's sewing. The 32nd, the 26th, the 30th. And it repeats again. The 32nd, the 26th, the 30th. Or, as I said, you can make a combination from 2 operations, from 5, as many as you want. Decorative patterns with letters can also be done, yes, like that. So now, here's what we have. Look, the machine doesn't have a pattern like this, but you see what an interesting pattern we have, right? Little squares, a triangle, and this one here, let's say a crooked building. So the alphabet. We're going into the alphabet. I already pressed it by accident. All right. So again from the beginning, yes. We'll exit from that alphabet. Yes, we'll exit from nothing. We'll exit from everything. Now I press memory M, memory. Here we had those decorative stitches. I'll erase them. I press C, yes. And now the alphabet. Alphabet means letters. The letter A is 11. Everything is written here. There on that asparagus stalk, right here, it's written. So A is code 11, B is 12, C is 13, and so on. D is 14. So for example, the letter A, then B, then C, then D, and then some other one. I don't remember which anymore. It will also start from the last letter. So with this cursor here, we can return it to the beginning so that it starts from the letter A, not from the last one we entered. That's it. Now it should write ABCD. That's what I think. We can use the start-stop button so you don't have to press and hold the pedal with your foot. Alphabet. Well, it seems so. Sometimes it turns out differently. For example, you want the alphabet, but actually some decorative patterns were connected there, and instead of letters you get a decorative pattern. There's this kind of alphabet, and then there's this one with smaller letters. Alright, that's probably enough, isn't it? Well, let's see what it wrote. So here, ABCD. ABCD. So there can be some kind of decorative patterns between them, like, well, stars, hearts, and so on. Well, that's about it regarding those machines. Although all H-series machines are considered machines, their base, well, the base of those machines is the same. They sew any kind of fabric, thin, thick, whatever you can think of. Just make sure to use quality thread, of course, then the machine will sew more beautifully anyway. With good thread, it always sews better. That's all for today. Which one to choose? Which machine should you choose? Which one? Actually, a sewing machine is a very conservative piece of equipment. Recently, we made a video and filmed a machine that was released in the year 1780 something. Brothers from England made that machine. We have it filmed in our video, so the needle is the same. That means after buying that machine, it practically never becomes obsolete morally. And if you buy that more expensive machine, which performs more operations and has memory, it won't become obsolete even after 10 years or more. Yes. Then how do we get our children, our grandchildren, away from a bad environment, from some kind of questionable influence from certain friends, and direct them somewhere else? Well, let me put it straight. I'll say it plainly. Buying a good computerized machine with memory is cheaper here than drugs, excuse me, God forbid. So let them get involved, let them imagine things, create, write those letters, and so on. Do that for them, otherwise how else are we going to manage them? There's no other way. How will we redirect them? We won't. You just have to get them interested. So even if you buy it for yourself, know that in 10 years your children or grandchildren will be able to use this machine. It really won't become outdated. It will remain a modern machine. It's durable and will sew without any problems. That's about it. So just make your choice. Oh, one more thing I want to say. Here we have the H-series Rubina machines, our Lithuanian brand, right? When buying computerized Rubina machines, I just checked and compared the prices. You pay 100 euros less for the same machine. Really 100 euros less. If somewhere there was a 10 euro difference, I checked, just remember that they come with a table. That table is quite expensive, yes. So you pay at least 100 euros less for that machine, and you get exactly the same quality or even better, because we ourselves control the quality and we specifically order those modules that are truly durable, that don't break down, and that sew very, very well. So for the same machine, you get it 100 euros cheaper than with other brands. Similar functions, let's say the same functions. And why is it cheaper? Because there are fewer intermediaries. Between us, that is, there isn't some other corporation between us and you, let's say, some foreign company, because we order directly from the factories. We manufacture those machines. So you will be able to get exceptionally high quality and reliable machines at a price point that is at least 100 euros more affordable than the equivalents from essentially the exact same original manufacturer, but sold under various foreign brands. That is really all that I wanted to share with you today. Just straightforwardly, openly, as it is. So I wish you a good choice. You can reach out, you can call me by phone. Yesterday, for example, that guy called and we took the order over the phone. He just called. I wrote it down right away, sent an SMS to the manager, and the machine was ordered. He came home to her place. The courier delivered it. She paid either in cash or by card, I don't know, to the courier. And that's pretty much all the problem solved. So that's how you can place an order. And if you have any questions, you can call by phone. You'll find my phone number, it's online. That's all. Good luck to you. I wish you good health, a good mood, and a good choice. Goodbye.